Good morning, passport holders. Today, January 8th, 2018, making today day 1165 of the vlogs, and it's been a rough start today. I went to bed, I think it was like 1 o'clock, 1:30. Woke up the first time at 4:45, the second time at 5:30, and then the third time, which was the final time, at 7 a.m. And just couldn't go back to sleep. So got up and have been grinding. I've obviously had Dan Martell's video from today, and then I had last couple of videos from Clintus, which I'm finishing up the next line leveler on right now, so should be able to get that all taken care of. I'll have Clintus's new video drop here in about 15 minutes as well, so I got that to take care of. Got some meh news. Cox Communications had a technical support role that I was super interested in, and I've actually interviewed with them a couple of times. They were one of the businesses that I reached out to before I started the Nightside gig, and got all the way to a final interview bit, and then got offered the gig at that overnight company and took that. So I know I can get through the interview process. I know that I've got the skill set they're looking for. So it's kind of one of those things where which location would I go into is a major question, because there are several locations all around the valley, and if I can avoid a drive, I would like to. So they said they couldn't get me in on the January 1 because that class is already filled and actually starts tomorrow, I think it is, something like that. They do have a class opening up on February 12th, and so the recruiter sent me an email saying, hey, apply for this specific job rec, and we'll get you going on that side of things in the process. And so there's that. And then the other news is that a company here in downtown Phoenix, for kind of a travel logistics coordinator position, called me up and asked me to come in tomorrow for kind of just an informational session. And then I would have a interview on Wednesday day in order to speak with them and see kind of where things land. I explained to them that it had to be, the next couple of days, because obviously I'm leaving. And when I explained where I was going, she's like, oh wow, then you really are like in the travel logistics thing. And I said, oh yeah, more than you know, more than you might think. I've done this a number of times. And so she laughed pretty hard at that. So kind of one of these things where I'm just going to try and get that stuff done, get myself ready for that, apply for more jobs today. And in the end, start to really get ready for the trip with Ben. I hope you guys are having a great Monday as it's being recorded, a great Tuesday if you're watching on day of release. Let's get today started. Continuing to make progress on things. I've got one more video from Clintus to finish up, and that'll be the back stuff. I still have today's episode to do. But kind of as I've been completing episodes, I'll get up and just walk away from the computer screen for a little bit. So I ate some lunch, I cleaned up a bunch of stuff, and started to pull certain items so that I can begin to fully pack for the trip. And so one of the things that Ben's asked me about multiple times is recording the vlog, and that he wants me to do it, and he really wants me to document the heck out of it. And so I'm going to do that. But as a result, there are 4 cameras that are going to be coming with us. And I only have 4 micro SD cards, and one of them is 5 years old. So I did some searching online, and then I did some searching at Best Buy, and they, for some reason, have dirt cheap prices on SD cards, 32 gigs. So it's not a ton of space, and especially if I'm shooting in 4K or even 1080, it's not a ton of space, but since I do have cards, I'd much rather have at least one extra. I may buy a second one. I only ordered one online, so I can go and pick that up and get that going for it was under $10. I don't know why they're selling them for so cheap, but cool to know that I have an extra SD card, to know that I have all the cameras and the mounts and stuff like that all ready to go. The clothes that I'm going to be taking, I'm starting to set aside so that I don't wear them beforehand. I will do a load of laundry though, in order to sit there and start this road trip on Thursday morning completely clean. And so that way, I have every last pair of jeans that can handle cold weather with me, because a lot of the time I've been wearing them here just because they're normal jeans. They're super comfortable. So socks, the wool socks that I purchased, should be here today or tomorrow. And so, yeah, that's like the final piece of what I wanted. I still have my waterproof boots from the road trip. So even though I know that they have other issues, they cause more pain if I'm walking multiple miles in them than they're worth. But if I'm just walking around in the snow, they're the best, most waterproof thing I have. So I'm going to go finish up this last episode of Clintus's and the back catalog side of things, since it's only like an 11-minute episode. So knocking that out and then out to Best Buy. Made it to Best Buy. Nice. All right, guys, about 10 minutes after 6 p.m. at this point, and the day's kind of just evaporated on me. But I have done plenty of things in the mix in order to make me feel like today was a good day. So I finished all 5 caption files that were outstanding, got them all taken care of, sent them, published them live, and sent them to their appropriate recipients. Reapplied for the February training session with Cox, which we'll see. A couple more job applications, a couple of chores, things like that. Now that I'm here and it's just about time for the national championship in college football to kick off, I'm going to watch part of that while I'm still doing the vlog edit and export, things like that. And then on top of it, as at 7 o'clock, I will switch over to ABC in order to watch The Bachelor, because, I don't know, while I'm interested in this game, I'm not really a fan of either team. So, and the fact that ESPN has been so good about getting the replays up, like, within an hour of the game ending, it's like, well, all right, cool. Like, I may check the score here or there, but I'll very likely just sit it on the sidelines and then have that be what I watch when I either chill out this evening or after everything's said and done and I decide to go to bed. So let's just hope for a good football game, a better episode of The Bachelor, and a chill evening, because tomorrow's now starting to get a little crazy. I've got homework that I need to finish for my buddy Bo in order to have him try and float my resume out to a couple people inside of the company that he's working at. And so we're going to go down this path of starting to call in favors everywhere and see kind of where things land. That stated, I do have, informational session tomorrow, interview on Wednesday. And so we'll kind of see where things land and, get that all taken care of. All right, guys, so 12:45 at this point, and I actually had crawled into bed and then bolted upright in regards to the fact that I had not recorded the last clip on today's vlog, since I've had so many vlogs recently that just, I didn't record, or clips getting magically deleted. Like, one of these times where, all right, cool, I'm not asleep yet, and all of a sudden, having sat bolt upright, it was time for me to just come out here and record a clip. Overall, I've gotten to a much better spot emotionally today. I've had 2 more kind of situations float through my inbox relating to potential jobs. I contacted my buddy Bo and said, hey, here are the jobs that I think are really a good fit. And as a result, he sat there and he looked at the 2 that I had sent over and said, these are really good. And he sat there and he's like, this is the one that's a good group for you, your demeanor, your skill set, all those good things. Send me a resume ASAP. And so I promised that to him tonight and then fell asleep on the couch. Kind of sad about, but I'll take care of it tomorrow morning first thing. What else? Bachelor was actually shockingly good this week, so we may have turned a corner. I don't know. The announcement of the Bachelor Winter Games is insane. After the Bachelor ended, I was able to turn on the college football championship game, and it was in I think I had 3 minutes left in the third quarter, so I was like, well, all right. So I went and grabbed a Bleacher Report or something else, Barstool Sports, something where it just gave me kind of a rundown of what happened in the game in a major sense, and why Jalen Hurts wasn't playing in the second half. And once I got that, I was like, okay, cool, I'll just watch it live. And man, am I happy that I did. Incredible comeback, incredible storylines all the way around, including missed field goals and long drives and ball management, and then sacks in overtime, and then an incredible throw by Tua in order to sit there and win a national championship as a freshman, a true freshman, which is incredible. So super big congratulations to the Alabama group of friends who were yelling and screaming about that win. Congratulations again. I mean, 5 and 9 years is unheard of and very likely will never be repeated again. So congrats. And to the Georgia side of my friends and family base, I apologize. I'm so sorry, but understand that you guys have a lot of true freshmen on that team. You're not going anywhere for a long, long time, and I suspect that that staff and that team will get another bite at this cherry in the next 2 years. Um, really talented. So we'll see how it all kind of goes forward, but still, like an amazing football game to cap off kind of, the college, not kind of, to cap off the college football season. But on top of that, to sit there and, this is really the end of like week in, week out football. And so, now we've just got the divisionals, and then we've got, the conference championships, and then 2 weeks after that, the Super Bowl. And we're looking at, something like 35 days until pitchers and catchers report to spring training. So who knows? Who knows what happens? So it's kind of one of these things where I've got my little transitional period between my two favorite sports. Even though I didn't watch either one of them for a number of years up until about 5 or 6 years ago. Hopefully tomorrow continues to be a good day. I've got this information session tomorrow at 1 o'clock, so I gotta get at least some sleep. And obviously I've got to get my resume updated specifically for the technology heavy side of things and send that over to Bo so that he can hand that off to the department inside of his employer. So yeah, it's kind of the plan for tomorrow, and since I don't have 5 videos to caption tomorrow, it should be pretty much easy to be able to make that happen. But I will say thank you so much for your time, your attention. As always, I appreciate them both. And remember, you never stumble upon opportunity by standing still, so go do cool stuff. Bye for now.